the Oi Rio Pro presented by Corona. Elimination round, Heat 2 in the lineup, an all-Brazilian affair. Caio Ibelli and Jadson Andre. 11 versus 21. Chris Cote here with Kaipo Guerrero. Edge of our seats are already worn off. It's only day 2. The drama, the stakes, it's all going through the roof here in Saquarema. Well, 32 minutes on the clock. This happened right off the buzzer. Just a 2-8-3 to start for Jadson Andre.
Nice little carve for Jaddy. You don't want to get caught up in the whole, priority anchor. So it looks like Kyle's going to continue being busy, but Jaddy's going to come up with it.
These two guys will paddle battle. We can guarantee you that. If I'm a coach right now, I'm going to keep it very simple. Go out there and do a big air. Especially when Jadson was coming up, he's probably surfed 1,000 events from Q West to CT to Challenger Series, but we are celebrating his 100th here. And for him, you can imagine what a win here at home in Brazil would mean for Jadson Andre. Caio Ibelli, he has come onto the 2022 championship tour as a reinvigorated surfer.
But even more impressive is to move to another venue like Sunset Beach and keep with that consistency on a wave that has nothing to do with your skill set at Pipeline, and show that really showed Caio Ibelli's versatility out in the Hawaiian waters. Here he is.
Absolutely, Caio Ibelli into the tube and under the water. He's gone. 29 minutes to go. And there you see right behind him, opting for the grindy barrel, Jadson Andre. It wasn't super deep, but it was pretty critical. The thing was girthy. Rode through it all the way to the inside. It's a little messy in there, but he's hanging on. Calls for the ski. So again, making the job for the judges is a little more difficult. Our first backside barrel ride on that meaty right-hand ripple. Probably one of the most difficult things to do in all of surfing is ride a backside tube on a wave like this. It's wild in there.
Stalls, that wave really bottomed out, and he was able to get under the hook for a bit and thread his way through that. So that was impressive. Jadson knows how to grind out a score as well, so wants to stick with this wave, looking for more opportunity down the line. Gets a little bit caught up there. You could see that rib coming off the rock that he had to hop over to try to get it off the top. Really, all the score is going to count on that backside barrel for Jadson Andre. But just this little kick stall, and just how this bottomed out right here, was you see it in slow motion. Really shallow on the bank right there. Really has to get tight up against the wall and really on the front foot to get through that section. Takes a lip on the head. No.
That is a worrisome spot, as we know. Just a few events left. And Kanoa fighting hard to get himself into the Rip Curl WSL Finals coming up this September. And every wave is going to count. Every point is going to count, as we are getting down to the wire here.
We saw that in the last heat and didn't get a chance to talk about it as the lead up to the next heat with Kanoa Igarashi. Mateus Harry's going to be very dangerous. Oh, but here goes Caio Ibelli.
Caio Ibelli using his priority. A little left-hander. Gave him one kind of glimmer of hope on the outside with one big turn. See if he can make that transition to the inside. I'm always impressed with how surfers can do that. I mean, there was nothing under his board, and somehow he kept the momentum, did the Saquarema swivel all the way to the sand, quick float to finish. So, I mean, not hugely impactful, but made it all the way to the beach. Got a nice cheer from the fans. A good clean finish.
Boy, they're just grinders, so that's in their nature. This first stab to the lip, that was really vertical. Has to finish up with another little carve here. So now he's just going to keep the board on rail, carving through here, the rusty surfboard under his feet. And now it's really time to push on that front foot to get through this flat, tick-tacking through it, and is able to make that connection, just riding the momentum of the surge on shore. Just hoping for a little finish. He gets a finish in the shore dump. Jadson Andre on the replay. Let's see what Jadson had. That is the classic Jadson Andre air reverse. He's been doing it for a decade now, and he's probably put down 500 of those.
That's something that pretty much every surfer on tour now can do in their sleep, but the ability to do it when it's needed, that's the difference, as Jadson Andre takes off again. And I remember there was an exchange student that came to my town from Brazil. He's actually one of our judges now.
This is Caio Ibelli on the replay, and Ibelli launches it and can't get the board back under his feet, so he's got to throw it away.
J-Bay, Tahiti, 2 spots that really play into the strengths of Griffin Colapinto. He will be back.
Replay of Jadson Andre, and you can see him fighting against a lot of that backwash on that replay. Again, you can see the warble up and down the face of the wave. Good to get that snap in there, but really a lot of water going in different directions. Throws that jetty air that's super dependable for him, usually a little bit caught up further back in the white water.
Gets as involved as Kelly Slater. I mean, you look at his Instagram. What, Indonesia? Wait, now he's in Hawaii? What, Sydney? Guy gets around, so it'll be really fun to watch that series. And meanwhile, coming around, but not coming down with it, Jadson Andre. Are you excited to watch Lost Tapes?
Yeah, we got a new episode dropping this Sunday. So every Sunday for all 11 episodes, we'll see Lost Tapes. I'm intrigued.
I might just go ahead and download that for the flight home.
It has been affecting the personality of the waves, if you would. We saw some of the backwash that was happening out there, and also maybe some infrequencies.
Getting grindy. Jadson Andre, couple turns out the back. He fights through the whitewater, gets a third. Hails the taxi. Get that Red Bull ski out there. Jadson Andre will make a quick lap back to the outside. 7:14 to go. Pretty typical for Jadson, right?
Yeah, staying busy. Here we can check out the replay. And just does a good job of getting the job done. And calls for the Red Bull jet ski. You can see it's all about rhythm and getting a little bit of a carve because there wasn't really a lip for that turn. And another carve right here, but this third turn that he had to really squeeze in, quick feet, and bangs the oncoming lip for the completion, gets the board back underneath him, which is really tricky in that short transition. Sharp Eye's got his own board model, the Storm, and probably what's underneath his feet right here. Here we go with Jadson Andre.
Up and out. 3:40 to go. Time to start worrying. If you're in the water, this heat is so close. It's still anyone's heat to win with 3:30 to go. Now Caio activating, pumping into the tube, could have an exit, driving, and somehow, miraculously, comes out of nowhere. A Sakurama surprise from Caio Ibelli. The crowd is going wild. A caterwaul of sound coming from thousands of surf fans who are loving it. A magician just pulled a rabbit out of his hat. Caio Ibelli.
Let's check it out on the replay. Caio deep in the barrel cavern. Headlamp on, spelunking through there, finds the exit, sees the little light at the end of the tunnel and is able to find it. Here we go again, Ibelli deep in the barrel. Gonzo way behind the foam ball is able to find that little ray of light and able to aim for it, gets the exit, and here we go, one more time, slow motion, and you can really appreciate, you know what this is? This is a perfect 10-point ride.
Caio Ibelli, a rare perfect 10 in front of this raucous Brazilian crowd. They're loving it, we're loving it, the judges loving it, nice and clean across the board. All 5 of our judges throwing out that perfect number until the hammer was dropped. All right, now let's just do a backflip and make this the perfect heat. A victory lap for Caio Ibelli.
Yeah. Let's just come in and stay away from any kind of interference or anything like that.
And the crowd goes wild, as they should. That was spectacular. Cannot wait to hear from Caio Ibelli after that miracle dream runner, the perfect 10, the first of the event. And the first for Caio in a long time. He's got to be feeling amazing.